everyone, I'm back with my partner, Mr. Michael Sheely, and we're going to offer some partner yoga. So if you are lucky enough to have another body, it could be any body, I like this body quite a bit, you can do some stretches together that can feel really good. So before we do any work with another person, it's good to just have some agreements. So Michael, while we're working together, are you willing to let me know if anything I'm doing hurts or doesn't work for you?
Totally.
Okay, great. And I'll do the same. So that way we don't have to worry if we're giving too much weight or what we're doing doesn't work because the partner's going to speak up. So thank you. So we're going to do child's pose.
And
yes.
same for you.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm very good at speaking up for myself, as you know. So we're going to start in child's pose. So Michael, would you come into child's pose? And do you want any padding under your knees? I have a blanket if you'd like.
I want a little something under my ankles.
Yeah. So if you have props, they can be useful here. A blanket under knees or a little something, is that good? Under ankles.
That's great.
Yeah. So take the time to get comfortable. It's worth it. And yeah.
Should I have my?
As you like. Your ankles can be crossed or regular. So for our purposes, we want knees a little closer together in child's pose. That's why Michael's already doing it. But if you tend to do this with knees wide, bring them in. So people giving, you're going to take the heels of your hands and place them near the lower back and just lean your weight. And then slowly walk your hands from the bottom to the top. And we're working the erector muscles. These muscles can get pretty overworked and feels really good. They're sort of presented in a way that's easy to get at here in child's pose. And anywhere along the way, I might just pause, letting the weight of my body release down. So I want to make sure I'm not working too hard. If I'm just using my arm strength, I might get tired. So I'm really leaning my body weight. Now, as I get closer to the top, instead of just pushing down, I'm now pushing a little up and back. So I'm not jamming Michael's head into the floor. You can give the shoulders a little squeeze here, and then step off to one side. One hand is going to be at the sacrum, lower back area, and then the other hand is at the neck, shoulders, giving a little rub. I can bring one hand to one hip and the opposite hand to the other shoulder. Little cross patterning, shoulder to hip. And now, Michael, I'm going to have you grab your elbows. So those of you receiving will take hold of your own elbows. And other than that, you want to stay pretty relaxed. Givers, you're going to reach and take hold of their elbows and then lift them up. If they start helping, give them a little jiggle. Let them know you've got it. Make sure to use your legs, those of you lifting, so you're not going to hurt your back. And this can be a nice shoulder stretch for those receiving. And I'm going to bring him all the way up. And then once he's upright, you can let your arms drop. And I'm going to come from behind and give a little shoulder squeeze. So I could stand or sit or kneel, however's comfortable for me, givers. And now receivers, you're going to practice giving some feedback. So asking for what you want specifically. You could talk about location, pressure, speed, anything.
Want me to do that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can you dig your thumbs into like the, yeah, like there, yeah, that's, oh yeah,
And then I'm going to finish by just lengthening out his head. And then we'll switch roles. All right. Do you want to talk through it or should I?
You have a mic on, so you should.
I'll talk through it. All right. So second person, child's pose. Set up the support that feels useful if you want something under your ankles or knees, and for our purposes, knees a little closer together. In givers, you can start at the sacrum lower back area, pressing down, leaning your weight so it's not too much work. And just slowly walking up those erector muscles. Anywhere along the way, you might pause. As you get closer to the head, rather than just pushing straight down, push a little up and back so you're not jamming their head into the floor. Those of you giving, try and be as comfortable as you can in your body so you enjoy the experience. Once you get all the way up, you can step off to one side. Oh yeah, a little shoulder squeeze there. And place one hand at the sacrum lower back area and one hand at the neck, lengthening out the two ends of the spine. One hand at one hip and one hand at the opposite shoulder, just a little lengthening, cross-patterning. And then receivers will link your own elbows. And aside from that, try and stay pretty relaxed. Givers, you're going to come around to the front, hold their elbows and slowly lift them up to sitting. If they are helping, give them a little jiggle. Once you're upright, you can let your arms release. Givers, you can come around to the back and be however you're comfortable, standing, kneeling, sitting, and give a little shoulder squeeze. And then receivers, practice the art of asking for what you want, getting some feedback. Michael, could I have it even harder? Slow and hard, like on the shoulders. Yeah. Oh. Mm. 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 And then you can finish with a little lengthening of the head away from the neck and body. And then you can thank your partner. Thank you, partner.
Thank you, partner.
Thanks for practicing with us. Feel free to make this stuff up on your own, too. These are fun things to do in times where we're not getting all the touch we may desire. Bye.